Super Sunday, but it's not that super a Sunday for Everton or Chelsea. Aston Villa took on Everton early on today, and Chelsea took on West Ham at the London Stadium. We're going to get started with Aston Villa against Everton. Everton were pummeled by Aston Villa. It is no question why they are relegation candidates. Aston Villa seemed like they were in second gear for most of that game. So bad were Sean Dyche's team that by halftime, half of the Everton fans were going home. Not only that, they lost Calvert-Lewin to another injury. This man is made of half ponytail, half glass. There's no question that Everton playing this way are relegation fodder. They will be going down. And I've said it many times, and I will say it again. For a team that has spent way over 65 years in the top flight, it is embarrassing the level that they have fallen to. I remember the period under David Moyes when they had relative stability. They always started seasons badly. This is nothing new to Everton. This is a team that lacks fight, lacks cohesion, lacks any type of fire. On the other hand, Aston Villa were very good. A 4-0 scoreline did not flatter them at all. It could have been worse. Actually, probably could have been 6 or 7. But the fact that Everton have started this season so badly, it speaks a lot to what they have to face for the rest of the season. There is not going to be any mercy coming along their way. If they do not get themselves in shape anytime soon, Sean Dyche is going to definitely lose his job. Aston Villa were comfortable on the pitch, and the only thing that really went wrong for them was Coutinho's injury towards the end. However, I don't think he's that integral a player to him. They have people that can cover his position easily. Diaby, on the other hand, is lightning quick. The only thing that I probably wish he would do a little bit better is cross the ball when he has the ability to. Watkins was okay in attack, and by the time Bailey scored, they were home and cruising. Everton are going to be buried if they do not shape up. However, the next game was a little bit more interesting, with West Ham taking on Chelsea. Now, Chelsea started off very well. They did go down 1-0 to a goal by the Moroccan Aguerd. And after that, they actually seemed to play pretty well, and they got themselves back in. The only problem with Chelsea is that it seemed that halftime came a little too fast for them. And by the time Michail Antonio had scored their next goal, Chelsea were now firmly on the back foot. They did try to press ahead after the red card that Aguerd got. It was a second yellow card. There was no question about it. But what really makes it hard to be a Chelsea fan right now is to see how they just don't gel. I keep on thinking that maybe eventually they will settle on a team. But when you keep on offering the manager everything in a candy store, you know, one of the biggest conundrums for any buyer is to have too much to choose from. Gordon Ramsay will be the first person to tell you, if you go into a restaurant with too many things on the menu, it is going to be very hard for you to actually choose something to eat. And that is the problem that Chelsea are going to face. They're going to have too many people to play. And if they do not sort out this scattergun transfer policy that they seem to have right now, they're going to buy everything under the sun and not have much to show from it. $1 billion has been spent only for Chelsea to look like a mishmash of arguably talented players. It is going to be very hard to keep these players happy. Most of them are on 6, 7, 8-year contracts, getting paid huge wages. Getting them off the bill is not going to be easy. And sometimes you can end up having a lot of players that are talented but are not good for your team. They might just not sit well with the manager. You're going to have Caicedo coming into that midfield. You're going to have Lavia coming into that midfield. You have Enzo Fernandez coming into that midfield. And it probably doesn't look very good for a lot of the people that are coming in from the academy, because they are probably going to see a lot of their pathways blocked, because Chelsea's midfield and attack is going to be sorted for the foreseeable future, because you've spent all this money on new players with no progression for the youth academy to to try and squeeze themselves through. At the end of the day, Chelsea did look okay in patches in the game, but the fact that 10-man West Ham were able to then score a third goal is going to be worrying. It is going to be a tough season for Chelsea. At this point, I still kind of have them in and around the top six. They are probably going to be at the end of the top six. Tottenham are looking good. We haven't seen Arsenal in 2 games, but you assume they're going to be good. Manchester United are in the mud somewhat. Manchester City is going to be Manchester City. And Liverpool, I have them in the top 5 simply because Jurgen Klopp has proven to us time and time again not to count him out. Plus, he's also a title winner. So that's Liverpool speak for themselves. I feel bad for Chelsea fans, and I'm not particularly fond about Chelsea. It's going to be hard to see Chelsea do big things when they keep on stuffing their team full of admittedly talented players, but some players who might not be stylistically fit to Chelsea. Maybe Mudryk will show out one day, and you would like to hope for him and for Chelsea that he would, but there are only so many chances that you can have before the fans will fall out of love with you. We saw that with Nicolas Pepe in Arsenal, and he's being ushered out the door. And eventually, Chelsea fans will start moaning and groaning about his lack of output. On the other hand, I thought that Nicholas Jackson tried to do well with the scraps that he was getting up front. Chelsea just have a problem understanding each other, and those are some of the growing pains that they might face now. West Ham were pretty good at this game. They defended when they needed to defend. They went forward when they needed to, and they got their just desserts from Antonio's goal that pretty much looked like the winner for a long time. But even the confidence for Paquetá, who had a bit of a scuffle with Caicedo, and you can see at some certain point when Caicedo was trying to gesture at his teammates that, don't worry, I got this guy. And for him to give away the penalty maybe shows a little bit of eagerness on his part. 4 points from 2 games for David Moyes. Not bad at all, but Chelsea really need to look themselves in the mirror, and they need to figure out a transfer strategy because they seem to just be stuffing that team with a lot of talent. But if you don't have the conductor that is going to be able to make some good music from it, well, you guys are going to be finishing mid-table again. And we need a strong Chelsea, because if you don't have a strong Chelsea, that's why you see the likes of Manchester City and at times Liverpool running away with the league, because you need a strong Man United, you need a strong Chelsea, you need a strong Arsenal to try and make sure that the league is competitive. But anyway, guys, that's all I have for right now. If you like this video, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's right there. It's red and it's looking right at you, just like I am. But for now, that's all I got. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you after the Arsenal and Crystal Palace game tomorrow. Peace.